Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you again today with the second topic of today. And as you see in the title, we're going to talk about couponers. Now, we're not talking about your everyday get 55 cents off, average Jane or Mr. Joe couponer. We're talking about a different level of couponing. Yes, we're talking about fellow extreme couponers. Now, I consider myself an extreme couponer, as you all know. A, because people have labeled me such. B, TLC contacted me and asked me to be on the show, which of course you all know I denied. So obviously, even on corporate levels, they consider me an extreme couponer. And C, whenever I go into a food market, you best believe I'm getting at least 60% off by using coupons. Yes, 60% off minimum of my overall purchase. So, with that being said, that is extreme savings, hence the term extreme couponing. Now, plus I buy things in bulk, as you all know. Now, I wanted to do this video because many have said these things, whether it's negative or just making a regular comment on my page at times in the past, and also I've seen them on other people's page. We also know that extreme couponing in some people's mind is a negative thing. So with that being said, I wanted to do a video on when is enough with extreme couponers. Now I'm going to give my take, and then I ask you all to place comments below like we always do, and let's network and just get together and have our own basically chat session on what you think about this topic. What do you think about extreme couponers, and is enough at some point? So, there's no wrong or right answer. It's just our opinions, and I'm going to give mine at this time. As you all know, again, I am extreme couponer. You all have seen several times my stockpile videos. You've seen them grow over time, but you also seen how neatly I do stuff and how well organized I am and how I log everything. Okay, but you will also make a note that I don't let it consume myself or my home. As you all know, I have taken a break from extreme couponing or couponing in general, and yes, I will be picking up actually my couponing this weekend, and I'm going to do a good food market haul. Okay, now I believe it's okay to coupon. I believe it's okay to coupon and buy an abundance of items. I even agree that yes, one may don't need 100 dishwashing liquids at one time, but these are some things that you're going to use within a 12-month time. You're going to have to use and you're going to have to buy. So why not, if you can get it all at one time, yes, but get it at least maybe 75% off of what you normally would pay. Why not go ahead and get that 12-month supply if it's at all possible, and it's almost free. It actually saves you long term, and I think this is a smart tactic. But I do believe that some couponers don't know when to stop. I do believe that it actually shows that they have something else that they're clinging, is some other reason that they have to find or they're dealing with, clinging to objects and clinging to obtaining things and clinging to, yes, I'll even say, and I'll dare to say the word hoarding. And the reason why I think that people don't understand that it's a line, this line is not thin, as people say, the saying, oh, it's a thin line between extreme couponing and just getting things that your family can use at a great price or almost free, and then going over the edge to hoarding. There is not a thin line, despite what some said. It's a very, very thick, full, broad line. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because it is a big difference between obtaining things that you know you're going to use, but in your head, the rational extreme couponer has it in their head that they're only going to get these things that are necessary, but they're going to have in their head a certain time frame that they're aiming for. Example, if I have to buy deodorants and I have 2 males in my home, a smart extreme couponer is going to break down how many deodorants it's going to take for, say they want to make sure they don't have to buy deodorant for, let's say, 6 months. They're going to break down how many deodorants it's going to take per person to have deodorant and not have to buy anymore for 6 months. And then they're going to buy that amount and maybe a few over. That amount may be 30. Let's just hypothetically say 30 for the whole house. The females and the males in the house for 6 months. 30 deodorants, okay? Again, this is just an example. But the hoarder, that's a smart extreme shopper, extreme couponer. But the hoarder is going to buy 1,000 deodorants, not thinking of a time frame that they're aiming for, not thinking of the ratio to how many that each person would need for this time frame. That is the hoarder. And as you can see, that is a huge gap between a rational extreme couponer and a hoarder. It's a big broad line. It's not thin. It's not like you can hop on one side and then just very few later you can hop on the other. No, it's a big thin broad line that you have to travel. And this is why I think that extreme couponers, if in fact they don't have any other issues, need to take a break. Because obtaining things, when you're obtaining them just to have them, is pointless. Now, we're not going to get into too much about the, giving it away to the shelters and things like that, because to be honest with you, I think a lot of people lie about that. Because I'm going to be honest with you, it's hard to let go of items that you have taken time to A, coupon for, B, plan out and make sure you get the right prices, C, collect all of the coupons, and then to just give it away. It's not as easy as people thinking. I think a lot of people are lying about that, okay? Now, I have given away things, and I constantly give away things to my family members. But is it hard for me at a certain point, once I see my stockpile going down, to give away? Yes, it is. Is it hard for me sometimes to let items go? Yes, it is, because I know how hard and how much work it took mentally for me to get them. And extreme couponers spend a lot of time doing this. Let's be real. And I'm saying some stuff that a lot of couponers are not going to tell you. It takes time for us to do what we do, okay? And for you to take that time and just hand hundreds and hundreds of stuff over, I think that that's a lie. And if you are doing that, good for you, because you came to a place where it's easy for you to do that, okay? Do I think that people stretch the truth and say that they're giving all the time? Yes, I do think that. Do I think they do give? Yes, we all do give in some way, shape, or form. I give by getting on YouTube and sharing my thoughts and sharing my things that I've experienced in life. We all give in some way, shape, or form. Do you stretch the truth in how much you give? I do believe a lot of people do. And the other thing is, the reality is, when people give in abundance, like when you see people on the Extreme Couponing show and they give in 1,000 boxes of cereal away, what you have to realize is, yes, we should give them kudos because it was nice of them to do that, and they actually spend their time in locating a store that would give you that many boxes of cereal for free. Yes, it took time for you to figure out, hey, I have $2 off coupons, I have 1,000 of them, and they have cereal for $2 each box. That takes time to narrow down the coupons and the stores and actually get them in that abundance. However, while we're giving them kudos, please keep in mind that by me being a smart chick, I do know they're getting a huge tax write-off. Yes, you do get a tax write-off for donating at shelters, for donating at hospitals, for donating at Purple Heart, for donating at Goodwill. You get a tax write-off, okay? So while we're giving them kudos, we have to understand that they're getting something great in return. No, it didn't cost them anything, but they're getting a hell of a return at the end of the year for giving. So it's a win-win situation. Yes, it is helping, but yes, it's helping them as well in their pocket. So, um, with all that being said, I do believe that if couponing is starting to take over your life with A, your time, B, your space, and C, it's causing friction in your home, then yeah, you have a problem and it's not extreme couponing. Extreme couponing is the calluses. The extreme couponing is basically a reflection of what's actually going on, the issues within you. Okay? Um, if you have, to me, in my opinion, y'all all know I have a closet, a double closet. But if you have a room dedicated to just obtaining free things or discounted things, there may be a problem. Why? Because that room could be used for something more productive. That's just my opinion. And again, this is just what I would do in my home or if I had the space. If it was going beyond just doing some closets or having some shelving put in my basement, if it was beyond that where it's actually taking up whole entire rooms, then yes, you do have a problem. Again, because if I really wanted to help, I could give that room to maybe a pregnant teenager who got put out of her home. I can give that room to a a family member that's going through some issues with her boyfriend and she may be in a domestic violence situation. I can give that room to a person that's trying to go to college and they have no parents and they're orphaned and they're out on their own, but they think that they have to swing on a pole maybe because they don't have no other way to live. I can give my room to people like that. That's more productive to me than to just have a room to obtain things. Now again, this is my opinion, but I'm expressing how I feel. And I hope you do as well. In the below comment box, make sure that you tell how you feel and is it ever enough is enough with extreme couponers. So, on that note, you guys, I love you all so much.